programmers and people who like VMware vCenter and VMware ESXi 6.5, 6.7. So I'm still messing around with this vCenter appliance, and I was reading on a nice blog here somebody put in that vCenter is installed with a name called Photon Machine, and that makes sense in the second stage. I'm having trouble getting past this host problem here where it says um, unable to save host name. So what I did was I logged in here because I have SSH access enabled. I logged into the virtual machine, the vCenter appliance, and then I'm doing what this guy says to do a change on etc hosts. So let me show you what I've been doing here, and hopefully this will be helpful. So I just basically did an edit on etc hosts. This entry here used to be my FQDN, and that wasn't working. Seemed like the machine took a long time to do anything. So I've taken the suggestion here, use Photon Machine, and indeed I can do a ping on Photon Machine. So I think that's what the stage one name of this thing is supposed to be. I don't know. Anyway, let's give it a try. This guy was pretty cool. He was saying that you basically might not know or have access to a domain controller or DNS. And look how nice this is. He's talking about same thing I have here on my system. So he's talking about, and you probably can't see this. There, he's talking about installing vCenter and FQDN. He's putting an IP in there, and I am happy with that. So I just want to get this thing cooking, you know. So I enabled SSH as he says, and it installs as Photon Machine in second stage. So make it Photon Machine. So let's give that a shot. All right. And he says, if you miss this entry, it takes ages to make progress. So let's give it a try. And he says, install stage 2 complete. Let's see if this man speaks the truth. Okay. So here we are. And I've made changes in the host file here, as you've seen again. I've made those changes here. So let's see if the rubber hits the road here and things are looking good, right? So that's what I put in. This matches what's in my stage 2. That's a local host. Let's now hit the next button. Fingers are crossed. Let's see how it goes. All right, we've seen this before. That's taken a while now. And actually, I wonder if I gotta log in this thing again or something, or reboot it. You know, I'm almost thinking that I've made a okay, yeah, so that makes sense. It expired. So let's log back in. It's been sitting here for a couple hours. And so it would make sense that we got to re-authenticate this thing here. All right, now it's saving the host name, and it's taking a long time. It's taking a real long time. Probably not going to work. It shouldn't take that long. You know, and for the heck of it, I wonder if I can look in here in the SSH. Okay, yeah, it didn't work again, so nothing new there, people. So I want to look in here now. I'm running top on the actual Photon appliance, and I'm wondering if I click this thing next, if something else is going to show up here. Let's see what actually the process is. Next. So now what's up here taking time? Switched root, deserialize, terminal. I don't see anything up here really running that matters. That might give us a clue. I wonder if they have a log in this thing somewhere. So now we're really hacking. every Linux has a login here, and this one does because they probably repackaged this from some Linux distro, right? Okay, network log, off log, blah blah, bunch of logs in here. Let's see which one gives us a good hack here that we can figure this out. Why we're not getting beyond the host problem here. That's interesting. Okay, what does this VMware thing do? CD VMware. In there we got a bunch of stuff here. Let's see, cloud coverage. DNS mask log. All right, so a lot of directories in here, a ton of directories in here. Let's just go back up one level. And I don't know what this stuff does, but let's look at this one and see what's in it. So what's this saying? Anything good? Blah, blah, nothing too good here. What if we do a grep on hostname? What do we get here? Directories, hostname, site packages, Python 3.5. Oh, look at that. Update hostname success. So this is it. So cloudinit.log. Look at that. 12/3/1907. That's about right, people. Okay, so what's this file called here? This file is called what? Cloudinit log. Let's look at that one. Tail -f. All right. I'm gonna try now to run this again a little further forward again. Poof. And does this thing do anything here? No, it doesn't. 1907. That's not working at all. Still trying to save it. I need to get some reaction here. So it's now about what time? I think the time is wrong. It's actually 3:17 here on my clock, Pacific time. I'm not sure what time zone this thing's in. Okay, this looks to be in UTC probably. Alexa, what is the time in London?
In London, it's 11:17 p.m.
Yeah, okay, so this thing's on UTC right now, which is fine. So let's see what's changed here. Has anything been updated? 1917. Let's look. Okay, I don't see anything updated here. 1917 or thereabouts. 1910. Nope, nothing relevant in there. What about in here? Okay, this stuff. 1909, 10 Linux directories, Cloud VM. Yeah, I don't know what the installer log in this thing is. vSphere UI. Well, you know what? Let's look at one of these. Because we are using a UI, right? vSphere UI. I think we're using a UI anyway. Anything in here? Looks like RPM logs, which I don't really care about. Okay, what time was this? Oh, it's in fancy time. Okay, makes sense. Nothing too good in there. Mm-hmm. vSphere client. What's a vSphere client? Well, at least they're all named the same thing, the same name too, so looks like some kind of installer log. Actually, the installer has a log. Let's look at that. Unable to save host name. This thing I thought has a log on it. I can't go next. I can go back. I can't go next. What if I reboot the VM? I'm going to try that, I think, because I don't know what else to do. Okay, the current settings. It probably logged out again. And is this my vCenter? No. Okay, well there it goes again. Just run it like that. Well, it went pretty fast with the host name now. Anyway, I don't think that's going to work, so I'm trying to find the vCenter window here and maybe go that way. What else does this guy say here? Anything? Appliance management, top corner. Hmm. This is really a good tutorial he has here. Hooray. All right, so if nothing else, I'm going to record this in this video, what this guy did, because this will get lost. And I want to keep it progress on vSphere. That's what I want. External, yep, don't have those yet. Migrate, okay. Always have DNS before the deployment. Workaround to handle that we don't have DNS in a greenfield. I got a host, so I got vCenter embedded, yes, DNS. Oh, there's a third stage. Oh my gosh, all right. Install the vCenter first stage. FQDN, same as IP, good. Don't select any dummy IPs for DNS installation. He got failed 3 times for that. Yeah, this stuff is nasty, huh? We did that. All right, so I still want to reboot this thing. And it's still complaining, so if I can find the control window for my ESXi host, we'll do a reboot. Okay, I found it. And I gotta put in some really crazy password that is stored in the cloud. All right, there's the password again. I should change this password, but I'm using the cloud provider's password, which is really arcane. All right, I'm logging in. Logging back into this thing. And there's our vCenter right there. Shut it down. Graceful. Powered back up. Powered off. Powered back on. All right, there comes Photon version 1.0. 1.0, it's got bugs, right? All right, so this is coming up, and then I'm going to dig around and see what the host name is. I just wonder what host name this thing's trying to set. And let's see if it gets reset to something else when it boots back up. And this thing comes up, just poof, and it's done. Yep, see that? Poof, it's done. So we'll take this out of the way. Actually, we won't. I'll put this on here and let's see if I can get on this thing again. This thing is root at 10.168.229. 230. Okay, that worked last time, and it took a long time. Well, working fast now. Excuse me. Okay, this took a long time to log in. So I still think that I got a problem with this thing here because it will log in, but very slowly. So it's trying to do some kind of domain thing here. So the clue might be what makes SSH slow if there's a host name it's wrong. Let's look up that. Did we finally get on here yet? No. Okay. So I want to look up slow SSH due to host name. And I've seen this on old Solaris systems. Slow SSH login. Bad host name for host name. All right, I'm Googling for this. Is DNS. That's interesting. So anyway, without too much hassle, they're saying that you have to change a few things here. I'm hoping this would point us toward the problem, but okay, yeah, see this use DNS thing here? No. Okay, interesting. So my computer I'm logging in with doesn't have reverse DNS to it either. So that might be a problem. So now it didn't like that password. Typing it back in. I am coming in as root. It's the same way I did it last time. I think it rejected it the first time when I tried this and it logged in second time. Oh well, that may or may not work. Let's try to redo the installer here again. So I'm gonna do a next on this thing. Actually, it's gonna fail because I rebooted. So let's see if it'll re-authenticate. It probably will. And this is a fresh boot, so of the Vcenter Appliance. And my SSH is still not logged in yet. So that's bad. Oh, there it went. Yeah, so the second time is good, and I don't know why it's like this. But the second time's a charmer, right? Okay, so yada, 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 yada. Now look at that. It put that back up there. And I'm going to take that out. Now that's interesting. Let's see if it changed that again. It probably did. Okay, CD, EDC. I bet it changed it back. You watch. Actually, I wonder. Okay, it kept it Photon Machine. I wonder if I want to set my host name to Photon. Well, that's set my host name. Well, will it be persistent? I hope this guy's right in his conclusions. All right, so I'm again going to do what he says and put in an IP address there. And go ahead. Nope, that should happen in a second. Just kaboom and gone. So be nice to know what it's trying to save here. So this would probably be in the network log of the host. If it's trying to reach the host, it would be in the network log. It would be in some kind of log on this host, I would think, of something here. You would think would also be in the would also be in this guy somewhere too. This is a vCenter Appliance again. Let's see if it's in here even. It should be in here too. All right, so nope, I don't see anything magic on there. Cloud init output. Cloud init output. Oh, that's interesting. So it's got a MAC ID in there. Some modules. Nothing in that directory. What about in here? So what is this thing? Okay, it's just what it says. A list of Linux devices. That's fine. Last log. Last root. Mail log. So they're not coming in through SSH, that's for sure. So there should be like a web thing on here somewhere running. Okay, some groups were added. That's fine. Okay, I looked at that already. Report. A tally log. Well, that looks like just junk there. Mail log. That's not going to work, I don't think. Ooh, look at that. Photon machine send mail. Now that is good. Photon machine, my unqualified host name, unknown, sleeping for retry. So it wants a qualified host name. And is DNS working? No, it's not. So even a qualified host name in this thing isn't working. And I'm wondering if my, okay, there is no DNS. I'm on an internal management network. And I didn't configure the DNS resolvers. I use the ones for an external network, like 8.8.8.8 and 4.4.4.4. So this could be the problem. I need to have resolvers on my backend network here, which do exist. I just got to put them in. Okay, so that's probably it then. I can't resolve DNS on this backend network, and I got to change these things to what my cloud uses. So let's do that. So now I'm gonna go back and can I go next? All right, so I'm gonna leave this the way it is. It looks good. That's fine. And what we'll do is we'll change these things to what the cloud uses inside because I don't think those are reachable by me. So I gotta find some that are in the cloud that are reachable. And how can I find out what those are? I've seen these things before, but I don't know what they're really called. They're IP addresses. Let's take a look. I'm now looking around in the cloud off screen to see what my DNS resolvers are in the cloud, if I can find them at all. And a good way to do that would be to jump on Windows and muck around with that. All right. Can I do that? So now I'm looking at a Windows machine off screen here, and I'm trying to get its DNS settings. Actually, if I do like an IP config in Windows, that should spit out its DNS, right? For this backend network. So let's try that out. I'm just gonna get a command prompt here on this thing. And there it is. Gonna say IP config. And that doesn't help. That's external stuff. What I need is a DNS for this one up here. IP version, let's see, maybe I can go like that. Okay, there they are. 10.0.10.0.80.11, 10.0.80.12, 10.0.11.80, 10.0.11.80. Is that right? Or did I get it backwards? 10.0.80.11, 10.0.80, 80, 10.0.80.12. Okay, and let's be pedantic here. Can I actually ping those things, I wonder? 10.0.80.12, 10.zipping, 10.0.80.12. Yep, 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 yep. And 11. Okay. So, with that said, can I go outside the internet now too? Ping. Does it know what this is? Yep, it does. How about my IP? Ping MGMT. Ping vCenter. All right, well that seems to work, doesn't it? NS lookup on 10. 10.168.229.230. And that doesn't work. So maybe I will have to put a Windows server on here, which I have, but I bet this still won't work. Let's try it. Let's try it out. It probably needs a reverse DNS. Yep, it would have worked by now. I wonder if I can add reverse DNS to my domain control panel. All right, for the heck of it, I'm going to put the IP in here. You can't reverse an IP, right? See if that'll work. Ta-ta-ta. Nope. All right, well, 45 minutes down the drain. What else is new with IT work, right? That's not going to go either. Well, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hopefully mine will get better here soon.